That's what you are. Unforgettable, though near or far. Like a song of love that clings to me. How the thought of you does things to me. Never before has someone been more unforgettable in every way. And forevermore, that's how you'll stay. That's why, darling, it's incredible that someone so unforgettable thinks that I am unforgettable too.
Please be seated. Are you expecting anyone else? Would you like us to wait till 11:20? Or would you like to start? That's right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome everyone. Before we begin our service, out of respect, now please remind everyone to silence your cell phones for the duration of the service. At this time, I'd like to call Alyssa forward to start us off. Alyssa? Yeah. Somebody else?
Welcome, everyone. We are gathered here today to remember the life of Murray Rosner, who passed on January 29th, 2021. On behalf of my family, I'd like to begin by thanking everyone, thanking those who have sent their condolences. We have received countless phone calls, texts, flowers, meals, memorial trees, and thoughts and prayers. These thoughtful gifts have served as a comforting reminder of the immeasurable impact Murray had on so many others. Murray was my grandfather. His larger-than-life personality, encyclopedic brain, and captivating stories helped mold his loved ones into who they are now. I am honored to be here today with my family as we say goodbye and reflect on his dynamic life. I'd like to hand it over to the person who knew Murray the best, my grandmother, Linda.
if there is one. I know nothing about a soul, a peace, but if there is, the 23rd Psalm puts his soul to peace. I will recite it. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He has me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside the still waters. He revives my soul. He guides me on paths of righteousness for his glory. Though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I fear no harm, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff do comfort me. You set a table in sight of my enemies. You anoint my head with rich soil. My cup overflows. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I shall abide in the house of the Lord forever. Amen. This is the eulogy I've written about Murray. There are really no words to express my sadness at losing my husband Murray, your father, your grandfather. Just on a religious note, Murray passed away on Friday, the eve of Shabbat. One who passes away on Friday is assured of entering restful state immediately, which is a good sign. The holiness of Shabbat cleanses the soul. Murray left behind his family, his wife Linda, me, our son Eric, daughter-in-law Julia, our grandson Jordan, our daughter Cynthia, our son-in-law Jeff, our granddaughters Alyssa and Emma, and our friend Dallas. He was such an interesting person with strong opinions. His creativity, his sense of humor, and his quick wit were much admired by friends and family. He was a man of many words and stories, and he had a wealth of knowledge about everything. He was an overpowering person who always filled the room. He could walk up to anyone and have a conversation and never skip a beat. He loved classical music, art, and antiques, but especially he loved to write, and he was always creating stories, and he was very good at it. He was a finder. You would just have to ask him to find something for you, and magically he would find it. Just ask his grandchildren about that. Despite the crusty exterior and stubbornness, there is evidence that he was loving and caring, evidenced by the deep sorrow and pain in our hearts that we, his family and friends, are feeling at his passing. Just because he left this world doesn't mean I think of him less, love him less, or ever will. His passing only serves to make me realize even more how much he meant to me. He was and still is the love of my life, and I miss him, each and every day. One of the hardest things we had to do as a family was to let him go, to stop the suffering. No more loud hospital machine noises, instead of stillness, the kind of peace he would want at the end. I will miss him more than I have missed anyone in my entire life, and I know I am not alone in this. It is his legacy to be remembered, to be truly and dearly missed by those who love him. A parent's life does not end with their passing, but continues in the lives of their children and grandchildren. He will always be loved and will always be in my heart. Until we meet again, goodbye, Murray. I love you. May your soul be in peace. Thank you.
When I told Grandma and Grandpa I was pregnant with Alyssa, Grandpa had tears in his eyes, and I was surprised because he never showed a lot of emotion to me. When he held Emma for the very first time, he said she had an old soul. He was not very warm and huggy to his kids, but he was a true loving grandpa to his grandchildren. He was Pop. He was so proud of Alyssa, Emma, and Jordan, and they were crazy about him. And he was a bear. He could be a grizzly bear or he could be a teddy bear. But he was a good man.
Ladies and gentlemen, is there anyone else who would like to share? At this time, I'd like to call the Army Honor Guard forward. Gentlemen. Please rise. Please be seated.
United States Army, and a grateful nation. Please accept this flag as a symbol of appreciation. We also want to talk about the thank
Thank you. I appreciate the ceremony. Thank you so much.
I would like to thank the Honor Guard for their presentation and for everything that they do. I'd also like to thank all of you for your support and your presence here today. At this time, this concludes this portion of our service. In just one moment, we will be going graveside, which is just a short distance to that part of the cemetery. We're going to be driving down, okay? I noticed that you came from that part of the cemetery. Are you parked up top right over there? So,
Yeah.
okay, so what's going to happen is the cemetery crew is going to come over in a golf cart. He can take 4 people down. If you want to just drive down there, I'll go with him, and we'll bring the golf cart around, and then I'll meet you up there at your cars. Okay, so we'll meet you up there, and then we'll all drive down together.
So I go out this way, the golf cart?
If you're gonna go on the golf cart, you can go out this way.
Okay, that one.
Okay? Yeah.
Okay.
You're welcome. I'll be going to Grayside with you. Okay? Is there anyone that would like to say any final words?
I'm going to say a prayer.
Thanks.
This is the warmest Kaddish that you say. Glorified and sanctified be God's great name throughout the world, which He has created according to His will. May He establish His kingdom in your lifetime and during your days, and within the life of the entire house of Israel, speedily and soon and say, Amen. May His great name be blessed forever and to all eternity. Blessed and praised, glorified and exalted, extolled and honored, adored and lauded be the name of the Holy One, blessed beyond all blessings and hymns, praises and consolations that are ever spoken in the world, and say, Amen. May there be abundant peace from heaven and earth for us and for all Israel, and say, Amen. He who creates peace in the celestial heights, may He create peace for us and for all Israel.
So this will be the time when they will be placing him in. Once he's been placed, I do have some soil. If anybody would like to place it in the soil, you're welcome to do so, okay?
I go,
In there or in the bag? In the bag, yeah, that's fine.
Mine's me.
Yes.
That's just apropos.
It's an inside.
Yeah, it's an inside joke. That was perfect. Cindy?
I have to get that.
Okay, let me take.
No, I got it.
You're gonna put,
Yeah.
okay.
It would have been better if it were the ashes, though.